pockets of Pennsylvania where women vote.
Wow. We want to go now to some more exit polling, looking at Ohio in particular. I think we have that graphic up. The most important quality to Ohio voters, 42% can bring change. 23%, almost half of that, was about experience, then judgment, and then cares about me. You know, they always say that when there's a president who has another term that he's seeking re-election, you want change. So is that narrative something that could help Donald Trump in Ohio?
You know, I saw an interesting story that had an anecdote in it about a voter who is your classic swing voter, who had voted for Barack Obama in 2008 and said this time he was supporting Donald Trump. Why? Because his reason every single time the option came up was because he just wanted change. He wants to keep shaking things up. Clearly, these numbers here, you know, are probably a positive sign for Donald Trump.
This number here cares about me. You sometimes hear that as something that people want to know. There's always this idea of, can this president seems relatable? This is the president that I can, you know, that was that George W. Bush. I can have a beer with George W. Bush.
I feel your pain.
I feel your pain, right? But now people, I guess there's just too much going on in the world right now that this doesn't rate as high as it used to.
Or maybe they think that nobody cares about them.
That's exactly,
I mean, this is the cynical side, right?
That absolutely could be the case, especially when you consider 86 to 83% of people are disgusted with this whole process. So that could definitely be part of the issue. But look, the cares about me issue, I think, is important, although it doesn't seem to be that important in this particular way. But these two candidates are similar. Both are very wealthy. Both have been somewhat untouchable. One's a billionaire. One's been in government for a long time. So it would make sense, quite frankly, that this particular indicator wouldn't be quite as high up because it's not that they want you to care about them so much as they want you to help them. They don't care if you empathize that you've been in the same situation. They just want you to be able to help them get out of their situation. Well, I think that's the issue.
Yeah, I think cares about me is just another way of saying relates to me, understands the issues that are ahead of me. And then the corollary to that is knows how to solve them.
Right. Which is the can bring about change, I think, point.
All right, let's go to North Carolina now. North Carolina, a huge battleground state. Most important issue, guys, what do you think it is? You're seeing it, but
the economy.
Boom, the economy. 55% of people polled there say the economy is most important, followed by 17% for terrorism, 14%. Yeah, I mean,
it's a big drop. I mean, we've seen it in all these. We've seen it in all these. But look, the economy. North Carolina is one of the fastest-growing economies, top 5 economy in the country. But here's another downside to that, and that's Pat McCrory as governor in this way. Now, I think he's a good governor, but the HB2 bill is quantifiable to Republicans and Democrats who have seen businesses, who have seen the Atlantic Coastal ACC, basketball tournaments, concerts leave the state. That's what he was getting hammered with all the way up until Election Day. So my wonder about that economy is it may not cut as well for Donald Trump in North Carolina and instead cut against someone like Pat McCrory.
And one thing I would say is we're asking them what's the most important issue to you.